Okay, it was divided into princely states. Okay, India was divided into some princely states. Okay, some Bengal, then Awadh, then Delhi, then Hyderabad. Okay, so there were Junagadh. So these small provincial kingdoms were there. Okay, small provincial kingdoms were there. So due to these provincial kingdoms, what happened? The people of India did not have the unity between them. Okay, people of India did not have unity between them. So they did not have the feeling of one nation. Okay, they did not have the feeling of one nation. So the rise of nationalism is done, or the rise of nationalism is carried out by reforms carried out by the British. Okay, some reforms carried out by the British, and the most important reform is the railways. Okay, is the Indian Railways. So Indian Railways was begun, or Indian Railway began in 1853. Okay, Indian Railway began in 1853. So first railway ran from कहाँ से कहाँ तक चली थी? पहली रेलवे इंडिया की फर्स्ट रेलवे करेक्ट, मुंबई टू ठाणे. Okay, Mumbai to Thane. So this was the first railway which was ran from Mumbai to Thane. Okay, so in 1853. Okay, it was 1853. Then what railways has done? With railways, people used to travel from one place to another place. Okay, people could travel from one place to another place very easily. Okay, so they could share their thoughts with each other. Okay, they could share their thoughts, they could share their problems, they could share some of the opinions with each other. Okay, and due to this the railways has connected the major towns in India. Okay, and due to this the exchange of thoughts has carried out. Okay, exchange of thoughts has carried out, and due to this exchange of thoughts there was the rise of the nationalism. Okay, the second thing is the modern literature. Okay, the modern literature. Due to the modern literature, the new thinkers or new philosophers, they used to publish their books. Okay, they used to publish their books against British, or against, they used to write some of the articles against the British government, or against the company laws, and many of the people used to read them, and they used to inspire from them, that they used to take the knowledge from them, that these British are not the Britishers are not good people, or they are not having the good governance in India. Okay, how they are exploiting India. Okay, how British are exploiting India. This was done by this modern literature. Okay, then economic analysis by the intellectuals. Okay, there was economic analysis. What British East India Company has done, they have took over all the businesses. Okay, they have took over all the businesses. With the businesses, they have took over on the agriculture also. Okay, they have took over on the agriculture also. The traditional Indian crops were the food grains. Okay, the traditional Indian crops were the food grains, rice, then pulses, okay, and vegetables. All these were the traditional Indian crops. But when British invaded, when British came to India, they forced Indian farmers to plant the cash crops. Okay, just like indigo. Okay, indigo. Then tea, the tea plantation, the indigo plantation. These were the cash crops. Okay, so due to this change in crop pattern. Okay, due to the changes in crop pattern, what happened? The economy which was based in India, which was based on the agriculture, was completely shattered. Okay, which was that was completely broken down. Okay, this economy was completely broken down. So this economic analysis was done by the intellectuals like Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, the person you are seeing, you are watching, looking at the screen is Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, he was the Indian at that time. Okay, he was the Indian at that time in 1866. Okay, 1866. He was the member of British Parliament. Okay, Dadabhai Naoroji was the Indian in 1866 who was the member of British Parliament. Okay, born and brought up in India, went to Britain and was a member of British Parliament. Okay, he there raised the voice of Indians. Okay, he raised the voice of Indians in the British Parliament, and he spoke about the economic crisis in India. Okay, he spoke about the economic crisis in India and how economically India is getting drained by the British government. Okay, how economically the British government is draining India. Okay, it was done by such intellectuals. Okay, as the Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, then administration, the British administration was like divide and rule. Okay, the basic purpose or the basic rule of the British administration was divide and rule. They just used to divide the Indian people on the basis, on the names of caste, on the basis of race, on the basis of something else. Okay, on the basis of religion, on the basis of the geographical areas, where do they live. Okay, on the basis of that, they used to divide the people and they used to rule over them. Okay, and Indian people get offended very easily. Ye common practice. Indian people get offended very easily. Okay, they can get influenced very easily. Indian people can be influenced very easily. Indian people can get offended very easily. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा भड़का दो अपन दंगेज कर लेते डायरेक्ट. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा भड़का दो अपन डायरेक्ट दंगेज कर लेते. ठीक है, हम लोग फिर आगे पीछे का देखते नहीं. Okay, so British people acquired that policy. British government acquired that policy, divide and rule. Okay, so this person Dadabhai Naoroji in 1866, not 1866. Okay, 1866 he established the East India Association. Okay, he established the East India Association in London. 1866. Okay, he has established the East India Association in London. Okay, similar to this. Okay. Very similar. Very similar to such organization like the East India Foundation or East India Association by Dadabhai Naoroji. A similar similar association which was called the Indian Society. Okay, which was called the Indian Society. It was founded in 1872 by SN SN it was founded by Anand Mohan Bose. Okay, it was founded by Anand Mohan Bose. Okay, Indian Society was founded by Anand Mohan Bose. Then in Pune, Justice Ranade. Okay, Justice Ranade has and others has founded the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Okay, has founded the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Okay, in 1870. Okay, so these were the these were the basic rise of Indian nationalism in India. Okay, nationalism in India, the unitedness of India or the unity in India, which was first came in the minds of Indian people. Okay, we must have to be united to fight against the British. Okay, we must be united to fight against the British. This feeling was in India, was developed in India by such people and by these societies. Okay, now the Indian Association. So the most important association among all this, okay, the most important association among all this was the Indian Association. Okay, the most important one was the Indian Association. Okay, now this Indian Association was founded by S.N. Banerjee. It was founded by the by S.N. Banerjee. Okay, so he has founded it in 1879. Okay, and his this Indian Association, he has had a daily paper. Okay, and the daily was known as the Bengali. The Bengali. Okay, the person or the photograph on the screen is of the S.N. Banerjee. He after the Indian National Congress, he became the president of the Congress. Okay. Afterwards, he became the president of the Congress, S.N. Banerjee. Okay. Now, the work which was done by the Indian Association was that at this time in 1878 to 1880. Okay, during this time, in 1878 to 1880, during this time, the British government, okay, the British government has reduced the maximum age limit of ICS exam. Okay, they have reduced the maximum age limit of ICS exam. ICS, what is ICS? Indian Civil Services. Okay, Indian Civil Services, which is equivalent to IAS. Okay, which was equivalent to IAS exam of today. Okay. Just recently IAS results have been announced. Okay, abhi this IAS result hai. Okay. So this ICS, the ICS, okay, he has changed the maximum age limit of ICS from 21 to 19.
मला नाही का एक चम्मच भर ते आणून दे थोडसा लिंबूचा खावाल्या नाही आता नाही अगं असं थोडसा आणून दे
Okay, so here the government has reduced the maximum age limit from 21 to 19 years. Okay, now imagine the maximum age limit was 19 years. Okay, after 19 years you cannot even appear for the exam. Okay, you cannot even appear for the exam. Okay, before 19 you have to enter the services, which was quite impossible. Okay, which was quite impossible for any youth. Okay, for any youth. Okay, so S.N. Banerjee went all over the India. Okay, he went all over India. He toured different parts of India, and he urged people to mobilize against it. Okay, to get raise their voice against this ICS, this change of age in ICS. Okay, because at that time Indian people could also were also eligible to have to appear in the ICS exam. Okay, the leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was an ICS officer. Okay, Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was an ICS officer. Okay. Then there was an act which was known as Vernacular Press Act. Okay, Vernacular Press Act. Now this Vernacular Press Act, according to this Vernacular Press Act, what happened, that no Indian could write against the British government. Okay, no Indian newspaper can write against the British government. Now this act was passed by the government, and S.N. Banerjee opposed this act. Okay, then he had opposed the Indian Arms Act. Okay, Indian Arms Act. According to the Indian Arms Act, no Indian was allowed to keep the arms or the firearms. Okay, according to Indian Arms Act, no Indian was allowed to keep the firearms. Okay, he also opposed the Indian Arms Act. Okay, he merged his Indian Association into INC. He merged his organization, which is the Indian Association, into INC, which is Indian National Congress. Okay. So this merger was done in 1886. In 1886, right after the foundation of Indian National Congress. Okay. Then the Indian National Congress. The Indian National Congress. Okay. This Indian National Congress was founded Indian National Congress was founded in December 1885. Okay, it was founded in December 1885. Okay. So the initiative of foundation of the Indian National Congress was by this person. Okay, by this person, and this person is known as A.O. Hume. Okay, A.O. Hume. Okay, so the founder of Indian National Congress was not any Indian, but it was a British. Okay, the founder of Indian National Congress was not an Indian, but it was a British officer. Okay. This Indian National Congress met for the first time in the Gopaldas Tejpal Sanskrit College in Mumbai. Okay, that time Bombay. The Gopaldas Tejpal Sanskrit College. The first meeting of Indian National Congress was done or was held in the Gopaldas Tejpal Sanskrit College in Bombay. That time Bombay, now Mumbai. Okay. So this hall on your screens, this picture is the hall that where the first meeting of Indian National Congress had carried out. Okay. So where Gopaldas Tejpal Sanskrit College. Okay, Gopaldas Tejpal Sanskrit College in Bombay. So at that time it was the Bombay, the princely state, not princely state, but it was just the port city of the British. Okay, do you know the Bombay was gifted to British? शायद मैंने बताया था last time. I've told you about this. The Bombay or Mumbai, the city of Mumbai was gifted by Portuguese to British. Okay, on the marriage as a wedding gift. Okay. So the first president of Indian National Congress was W.C. Banerjee. Okay, Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee. Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay, this name Banerjee is actually wrong. Okay, this surname Banerjee is actually wrong. They must be called as Bandopadhyay. Okay, they must be called as the Bandopadhyay. Okay, just because British could not pronounce such a difficult name. Okay, British could not pronounce such a difficult name, Bandopadhyay. They could not pronounce such a difficult name. Hence, they converted Bandopadhyay to Banerjee. Okay, Chattopadhyay to Chatterjee, Mukhopadhyay to Mukherjee. Okay, so this transformation was done by the British, not by Indians. These are not the real names. Okay, Mukherjee, Chatterjee, Banerjee, these are not the Bengali names. These are names given by British to them, to the Mukhopadhyayas, to the Chattopadhyayas, to the Bandopandhyayas. Okay. The history of this name, Banerjee. Banerjee. In ancient Bengali text or ancient Bangla text, you'll never get such a name like Banerjee, so Mukherjee, Chatterjee. कभी नहीं मिलता. Okay, you'll only get Bandopandhyay, Mukhopadhyay, Chattopadhyay. ऐसे नाम मिलते. Okay, let it be. So W.C. Banerjee was the first president. Okay, he was the first president. This W.C. Banerjee was a veteran lawyer in Bengal. Okay, he was a very high-ranked lawyer in Bengal. So he was elected as the president. Okay, the early years of the Indian National Congress. Early years of the Indian National Congress were like, they had early years from 1885 to 1905. Okay, these were the early years of the Indian National Congress. Okay, so aims and objectives of the Indian National Congress were, okay, so the aims and objectives of the Indian National Congress was to promote friendship among countrymen. Okay, to promote the friendship among countrymen. So because there was no idea of consolidated India, or there was no idea of India as a nation after Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, before Chandragupta Maurya, there was no India. Chandragupta Maurya first time united India, and his successors kept the India, but after the Muslim invasions, this idea of complete India or the Akhanda Bharat was completely shattered, and India was divided into princely states. Okay, Hyderabad state, Junagadh state, Saurashtra state, then Murshidabad, then Awadh. Okay, so there were these kind of princely states in India. So to promote the friendship among the countrymen, to bring them to the same platform, okay, to bring them on a same platform was the first aim of Indian National Congress in India. Okay, another aim was consolidation of sentiments. Okay, consolidation of sentiments of national unity. Okay, consolidation of the sentiments of national unity. So they wanted to unite India. Okay, not just as they were the citizens of princely states, but not just the princely states, but they were the citizens of India. Okay, so to have the consolidation of the sentiments. Okay, then number 3, recording the statements of educated class on various problems. Recording the statements of educated class on various problems, because at that time British had implemented their education policies, and many of the people had already took the British education, and they were known to the British policies. Okay, they were now known to the British policies, Hence, their opinion was important. Okay, their opinion used to be important because they were knowing the policies of the British, how the policies can affect the normal Indian person, how these policies can affect the normal Indian man in variety of ways. Okay, so hence their opinion used to matter. Okay, so to record the statement of educated class on the various problems was another aim. Okay, then lying down lines for future course of action. Okay, laying down lines for the future course of action. How the actions to be taken in the future. Okay, which actions to be taken in the future for the public interest. Okay, so these were some of the aims and objectives of the Indian National Congress. Okay. If you want, you can take the screenshot, or if you are written, then it's very good. Next. The Congress presidents. Okay, these were the Congress presidents at that time, at the very early ages. Okay, the Congress presidents at the very early ages. कितनों को पहचानते हो बताओ? ये who is this? मैंने जानबूझ के नाम नहीं लिखे. Who is this? This person? Correct. WC Banerjee. वही होना चाहिए. First है. Okay, here is WC Banerjee. Who is he? He is Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, Dadabhai Naoroji. He is Badruddin Tayyab ji. Okay, Badruddin Tayyab ji. Ye, who is he? We have seen just few moments back. SN Bose. SN Banerjee, not Bose. SN Banerjee. Okay, he is SN Banerjee. He is Muchad. Firoz Shah Mehta. Okay, he is Firoz Shah Mehta. Ye Anand Mohan Bose. Okay, is Anand Mohan Bose. And the last one is Dhammadeep. Be specific. Dhammadeep, be specific. और वाला कार्यक्रम नहीं चलेगा. Okay, let me give you the hint. He was the political guru of Gandhi. The political guru of Gandhiji. Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Okay, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Okay, a Marathi person who became the president of Congress somehow. There was majority of the either Bengalis or Parsis. Okay. Sure. So these were the presidents at the time, at the early years of the Indian National Congress. Okay. So these presidents or these leaders used to be called as moderates. Okay. These people used to be called as moderates. Why they used to be called as moderates? Because they wanted to have a talk with government. Okay, they wanted to have a talk with government. They did not want to fight against the government, but they wanted the share in the power. Okay, they wanted the share in the power and to run the government of India with in accordance with the British. Okay, in accordance with the British. they used to they were believing, or they believe that British are good people. Okay, British are good people and they are giving us the good governance. Just what do we want is that we must have the share in the power. Okay, we must have a share in the power. So hence these people are called as the moderates. Okay. So in the early years of this Congress, okay, in the early years of Congress, they passed the resolution of three types of governances. Okay, they passed the resolution for the three types of governances. Okay, and that governances, the three types of governances, grievances, actually not governance, the grievance. Okay, and this grievance was political, economical, and administrative. Okay, three types of grievances were given by the they were expecting the grievances from the British: political, economical, and administrative. Okay, in the case of political, okay, in the case of political, they wanted the reforms. Okay, they wanted reforms in political, that the legislative council, okay, the legislative council and start for self-governance. Okay, and start for self-governance. So they wanted the legislative council in India and a self-governance, means these people must be included with the British government itself. Okay, with the British government, the moderates must also be included. Okay, then economical. Okay, so economical issues were raised by the Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay, these economical issues was raised by Dadabhai Naoroji, is that they must he has given the policy, or he has given the concept of drain of wealth. Okay, he has given the policy of drain of wealth, means how the British government is draining the wealth of India and how they are exploiting India for the good of the Britain or their own empire. Okay, so this was based upon the economical policies of Dadabhai Naoroji. And the administrative reforms was that the ICS exam. Okay, ICS exam. This ICS exam must be conducted in India also. Okay, the ICS exam must be conducted in India also, because this ICS exam used to be conducted in London only. Okay, it was being carried out in the London only, but along with London, this ICS exam must be carried in India also. Okay, this must be carried in India also. So this was the administrative reform which was proposed by these people. Okay, these moderates. Okay. These are different people. Okay, these three are the different people. So these three are called as the extremists. Okay, extremists. Now, why extremists? As they were very different from the moderates. They wanted to fight directly with the British government, and they think that British government won't give them their rights without fighting. Okay, British government will not give them their rights without fighting. Okay, so this first person, the first photograph, you can see in first photograph, is Aurobindo Ghosh. Okay, is Aurobindo Ghosh. So this Arvind Ghosh, he has written, okay, Arvind Ghosh. Okay, Arvind Ghosh, he has written the article's title, New Lamps for Old. Okay, he has written the articles with the titles New Lamps for the Old. Okay, and in his these articles, he has explained how the British are exploiting India. Okay, how British are exploiting India economically, politically, administratively. Okay, in all the aspects, how the British are training India, how British are exploiting India is written very systematically by Aurobindo Ghosh. Okay. Then second one, the middle person. Who is this? Who is this person? If you don't know, I terminate the class right now. If you don't know this middle person, I will terminate the class right now. Rabindranath Tagore, and just Rabindranath Tagore. You must call him with respect. Gurudev. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. At that time, he was Sir Rabindranath Tagore, because British government has given him knighthood. Okay, British government has conferred him with the knighthood. So he was Sir Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, he is the first Asian person. Okay, he was the first Asian person to receive a Nobel Prize in literature. Okay, first Asian person to receive the Nobel Prize in literature. Okay, कौन से रचना के लिए मिला था? For which book? Gitanjali, correct. For Gitanjali. Okay. And this person is famous for, इन्होंने क्या लिखा है? और नेशनल एंथम ऑफ इंडिया, इंडिया का नेशनल एंथम, ओके, जनगण मन, ये जो लिखा है ना, दिस वाज रिटन राष्ट्रगीत, एंड नॉट जस्ट फॉर द इंडिया, ही हैज रिटन हिज पोएम इज यूज्ड एज national anthem for Bangladesh also. Okay, for Bangladesh also. So he's the only poet in the world. He's only poet in the world whose two poems are used as the national anthem for two different nations. Okay. Well, this Rabindranath Tagore. So Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, he directly attacked the British government. Okay, he directly attacked the British government from his articles, through his articles and through his poems. Okay, through his articles and his poems. Even the Rashtrageet of India, the national anthem of India, Janagana Man, it has very good, very exciting story behind it. King George was visiting India. Okay, King George was visiting India, and he would have been conferred as the Emperor of India. Okay, so at that time, British reached the Rabindranath Tagore and asked him to write a poem or to compose a poem to please King George the Fifth. Okay, he was so angry. Rabindranath Tagore was so angry that he composed a poem which gives the glory to India. Okay, he explained India in his own poem, and that poem, the first stanza of the poem, is now the national anthem of India. That poem is of 5 stanzas. Okay, Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He. That poem has 5 stanzas in it, but the first stanza is the national anthem of India. Okay. Okay. Well, he has he attacked the British government by his poems and by his articles. Okay. Then the third person. Third person. Keshav Gangadhar Tilak. सोनल इनका नया नाम रखा क्या? लोकमान्य टिळक. ओके. बाळ गंगाधर टिळक. बाल गंगाधर तिलक. ओके. So his name was बळवंत. His name was बळवंतराव. ओके. तो बाल तो उनका शॉर्ट में यूज करते हैं. बाल गंगाधर in his it was his pet name. Bal Gangadhar. Bal was his pet name. Okay. His original name was Balwant. Okay. Balwantarao Gangadhar Rao Tilak. Okay. This was his name. Okay. Okay. Now, to unite India or to have to attack on the British government, what Bal Gangadhar Tilak did was he used the religious sentiments of common Indian people. Okay, he used the religious sentiments of common Indian people. First, he started the Ganesh Utsav. Okay, the Ganesh Utsav, which was just the Ganpatis. The Ganesh was just worshipped in homes. Okay, he took the Ganesh idols from his home to public. Okay, to gather the public. Okay, to gather the public, and how where the public used to be gathered, and Lokmanya Tilak used to deliver the speeches against government. Okay, he used to deliver speeches against government. He used to provoke the people, and he used to motivate people to have revolution against the British government. Okay, so he started the Ganesh Utsav in 1894. Okay, he started the Ganesh Utsav in 1894. He also started the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Jayanti, the celebrations of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Jayanti in 1896. Okay, 1896. So the celebration or the public celebrations of these two major festivals in Maharashtra or in India goes the credit goes to Lokmanya Tilak. Okay. He had two newspapers. He used to publish two newspapers. One was in Marathi, another one is in English. The one in Marathi used to be called as Kesari. Okay, Kesari, and the English one was called Maratha. Okay, Kesari and Maratha. These two newspapers were there, which were published by Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, and these two newspapers. The Marathi one was Kesari and English one was Maratha. Okay, समझ में आया यहाँ तक? Okay, let's move on. Next, partition of Bengal. Partition of Bengal. So before partition, in 1905, which is written over there, before partition, the entire Bengal used to look like this: that purple zone, red zone, and green zone. Okay, those entire zones. Okay, those entire zones used to be the part of the Bengal province. Okay, all the zones were the parts of the Bengal province. Okay. So there were Lord Curzon. Okay, the person in the photograph is Lord Curzon. Okay. So what Curzon did, he according to him, this province was too large to administer. Okay, this province was too large to administer. Okay, so to have ease of administration, he has divided the Bengal into two parts: East Bengal and West Bengal. Okay, East Bengal and West Bengal. Okay, so the intention of this partition was that at that time Calcutta used to be the center. Okay, Calcutta used to be the center of Indian national movement, in Indian Congress also. Okay, Indian national movement and Indian National Congress also. So to weaken this, to weaken the Indian National Congress, okay, he has taken this this decision. Also, in the eastern Bengal, okay, in the eastern part of Bengal, there was major population of Muslims. Okay, there was major population of Muslims, and in the western part of Bengal, there was major population was of the Hindus. Okay, so he wanted the Hindus and Muslims must be engaged in the communal rights. Okay, must be engaged in the communal rights and forget about the nationalism. Okay, so this was the basic, this was the idea behind the partition of Bengal. Okay. हाँ yes Sonal, पहले इंडिया का कैपिटल कलकत्ता था, करेक्ट. India's capital was Calcutta in 1905. The Calcutta, the capital of India, changed from Calcutta to New Delhi when the King George V coronated at Delhi, at New Delhi. Okay. Lutyens Delhi जिसको बोलते हैं. Okay, you know about Lutyens Delhi? What is Lutyens Delhi? Lutyens Delhi क्या है? पाताल लोक देखा है क्या? पाताल लोक? Have you seen पाताल लोक वेब सीरीज? पाताल लोक वेब सीरीज देखिए ना, उसमें वो बताता है that what the name is Hathi Kumar, Hathiram something, his name Hathi. Okay, he tells his junior that in Delhi there are three types: Swargalok, then Dharti Lok, then Patal Lok. Okay, outer Jamuna Park is Patal Lok, correct? And Swargalok is the Lutyens Delhi. Where is Lutyens Delhi? Lutyens Delhi is that area of Delhi which is which covers or which has all the government offices, majority of the government offices, and the posh area. Okay, where the rich people live. Where the rich people live. Okay, so that is Lutyens Delhi. Why it is called Lutyens? Because the architect of Delhi, architect of New Delhi, was Edward Lutyens. Okay, Edward Lutyens, who has also was the chief architect of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Rashtrapati Bhavan भी जिसने बनाया. Okay, so hence it is called as the Lutyens Delhi. So this Calcutta was the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi, and the Delhi is the Lutyens Delhi, because at Lutyens Delhi the King George V was coronated as the Emperor of India. Okay, as the Emperor of India. ठीक, चलो ये समझ में आया? Have you followed this partition of Bengal? Partition of Bengal. Next. Now we come to the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, we come to the Atmanirbhar Bharat, Swadeshi movement. Okay, Binod. Seriously, Dambadip, he is not Binod. He is not Binod. He is great scientist and businessman. Okay, who is he? He is P.C. Ray. P.C. Ray, Prafulla Chandra Ray, the founder of Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceutical Company. Prafulla Chandra Ray. करेक्ट. देखो आंसर भी कौन कर रहा है? प्रफुल्ल वैरागड. प्रफुल्ल वैरागड इज आंसरिंग प्रफुल्ल चंद्र रे. Okay, so he was the founder. Prafulla Chandra Ray was the founder. PC Ray was the founder. Two legends talking about each other. No, sir, you are not Binod. To get the status of legend, you must be Binod. Okay. So at that time, the Swadeshi movement, because before 1905, okay, before 1905, British has acquired majority of the businesses in India. Okay, majority of the businesses in India. They used to take cotton from India. They used to take them to England, and they formed the clothes. Okay, and the clothes were sold in India. Okay. So this directly they were gaining profit from the Indian market. Okay, directly getting profit from the Indian market. Also, they were getting indigo. Okay, they were taking indigo from India because Indian indigo was the best at that time. Okay, only two places in the world used to produce such a great quality of indigo. One is India, and another one was the Zanzibar. Okay, one is India, and second one was the Zanzibar. So at the Zanzibar was also the colony of Britain. Okay. Champaran, near Satyagraha, correct? Okay. So the Indian indigo was used to be taken by the British, and they used to sell the blue clothes to India, the dyed clothes to India. Okay. So they were gaining lot of profit. Okay. To stop this profit, okay, what Indian people did, or what Indian businessmen did, that they started their own enterprises in India. Okay, they started their own enterprises in India. Okay, they launched in 1905 to 1909. They launched a protest movement in India. Okay, they launched protest movement in India. Okay, at that time the British clothes used to be boycott. Okay, British clothes used to boycott. Okay, then in 1909 to 1910, the countryside spread of movement. Okay, entire this movement was spread all over the India. Okay, and in all over India, they were launching the anti-colonial movements. Okay, anti-colonial movements. So the some Swadeshi enterprises, which were the very Indian enterprises, were set up in Bengal. Okay, so that was Calcutta. Okay, Calcutta Potteries. Okay, Calcutta Potteries, then Bengal. Chemicals. Okay, Bengal Chemicals, which you are looking at on the screen. Okay, that is Bengal Chemicals. Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceutical Limited, ऐसा पूरा नाम है उस कंपनी का. Okay, and Bengal Lakshmi Cotton Mills. Okay, Bengal Lakshmi Cotton Mills. So these were some of the Indian enterprises. Okay, these were some of the Indian enterprises which were coming in the market. Okay, which were gaining the markets. Okay, so what they used to do, they used to engage the Swadeshi Mela. Okay, they used to engage the Swadeshi Mela or the fairs. Okay, where the people all over the country or all over the Bengal, they can come. Okay, they could come there, sell their goods and earn profits. Okay, followed. So this was the Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement at that time, 1905 to 1909, some 115 years from now. Okay, so Atmanirbhar Bharat original version of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay. Next. Now, there was a split in Congress. Okay, there was a split in Congress. Till now, the Congress was operating as a single body. Okay, the Congress was now operating as a single body on the basis of the or on the grounds of on the ideologies of the moderates. Okay, on the ideologies of the moderates. But Lokmanya Tilak was very unpopular among the moderates. Okay, Lokmanya Tilak was very unpopular among the moderates because he wanted to have direct fight against the British government. Okay, he wanted to have a direct fight with the against the British government. Okay, so at Calcutta in 1906. Okay, in Calcutta at Calcutta in 1906, Bipin Chandra Pal Bipin Chandra Pal and Aurobindo. Okay, Bipin Chandra Pal and Aurobindo, they wanted Tilak to become the president. Okay, they wanted Tilak as president. Okay, they wanted Lokmanya Tilak as the president of the Congress, but moderates did not accept him. Okay, moderates did not accept him because the ideology of moderates were very way different than the ideology of Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, the ideologies, both the ideologies were very different. Okay, so the Congress split in 1907. Okay, the Congress was split in 1907 into two different parts: the extremists and the moderates. Okay, Jahal and Mawad. So मराठी में जहाल और मवाड असं समजलं. ठीक आहे, जहाल आणि मवाड असे दोन गट होते. ठीक आहे. So this split in Congress was held in Surat. Okay, this split in Congress was held in Surat, and the president at that time, the Congress president at that time was Ras Bihari Ghosh. Okay, the president of Congress at that time was Ras Bihari Ghosh. Ras Bihari Bose nahi. Don't get confused. Ras Bihari Bose is different. Okay, Ras Bihari Bose is different. Ras Bihari Ghosh. Okay. Next is Morley Minto reforms. Morley Minto reforms. So whatever reforms, whatever the names reforms are there, they are not the reforms at any way. Okay, they were not the reforms, but they were just the changes in the policies of government. Okay, anyway, they used to exploit the Indian people. Okay, they did not want Indian people to get notified or to get independence. Okay, so according to Morley Minto reforms, according to this Morley Minto reforms, okay, the numbers of imperial and provincial legislative council increased. Okay, number of elected members imperial and provincial legislative council increased. Okay, so number of elected members were increased, means Indian people can now get the chances, more and more Indian people can now get the chances to enter the legislature. Okay, the legislature, so they can be MLAs, they can be MPs, they could be MLAs and they could be MPs now. Okay, second, they allotted, or Montemerlo reforms allotted separate electorates for Muslims. Okay, they had separate electorates for Muslims, means the reserved electorates. Okay, where only Muslim candidate can contest the election, and only Muslims will be allowed to give allowed to have the right of vote. Okay, only Muslims will give vote, and only Muslim candidate will contest the election. Okay, no other religion or the not other religious person can contest the election there. Okay. Number 3, elections were introduced. Okay, elections were introduced for first time ever in Indian history. There were elections. Okay, first time in the Indian history there were elections. Before this, Montemerlo reforms, Morley Minto reforms, there were no elections. Okay, they were directly nominated on the legislative councils. Okay, legislators after this, legislators could ask the questions. Okay, legislators could ask the questions ask the questions about economy, about budget, and all this. Okay, one person or one Indian to be on Viceroy's Executive Council. Okay, one Indian to be on Viceroy's Executive Council. Okay, so whatever the council was there by the Viceroy, Indian Viceroy, one Indian will also be a participant. Okay, one Indian will also be a participant of this committee. Okay. So why did British government has introduced such policy, which they used to call reforms? Okay, the simple answer is to divide the nationalist rank. Okay, to divide the nationalists. Okay, to divide the spread of nationalism, because they were afraid that if Indian people unite and they get inspired by the nationalized thoughts, we will have to leave the country. Okay, we'll have to leave the colony. Okay, so for that they just shown lollipops to the moderates. Okay, they just shown the lollipops of the moderates, because moderates wanted this share in the power right from the beginning. Okay, so they got their share in the power. Also, the Muslims were also Muslim also got attracted towards the British people, because they thought that they have given us this separate electorate, so they are very good people. Okay, so they took moderates as well as Muslims along their side. Okay, they took Muslims as well as moderates along their side. Okay, so this is about the मोर्ले मिंटो रिफॉर्म्स. ठीक है, एक तीर से दो शिकार करना किसे बोलते हैं, ये दिस इज एन एग्जांपल. ओके, दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ एक तीर से दो शिकार. ठीक, नेक्स्ट होम रूल लीग. Home Rule League. Now, Dr. Annie Besant organized the Home Rule League. Okay, she is Dr. Annie Besant. Dr. Annie Besant started the Home Rule League. Okay, Home Rule means to have complete power. To have complete power in the hands of Indian person. Just a minute. Okay, home rule means to have all the powers in the hands of Indian person only. Okay, in the hands of Indian people only. So she set up two newspapers. Okay, she set up two newspapers, New India and the Commonwealth. New India and the Commonwealth. So these were the two newspapers which were started by Dr. Annie Besant. Okay, so she was associated with Lokmanya Tilak. Okay, she was associated with Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak took this home rule movement in Maharashtra and Karnataka. Okay, Maharashtra, Karnataka, then central provinces and Berar. Okay, central provinces and Berar, these areas. So Tilak, Lokmanya Tilak has declared by Home Rule League, in the Home Rule movement, that Swarajya is my birthright. Okay, Swarajya is my birthright and I shall have it. Okay, Swarajya हा माझा जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार आहे आणि तो मी मिळवणारच. ठीक आहे. I have read this statement various times in English, but वो फील नहीं है. ये जो स्टेटमेंट मैंने बोला, स्वराज इज माय बर्थ राइट एंड आई शैल हैव इट, तो इसमें फील नहीं आता. ओके, but that feel which Lokmanya Tilak has told us, वो जो बात है ना, स्वराज्य माझा जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार आहे आणि तुम्ही मिळवणारच, ये जो गर्जना जिसे बोलते. ओके, so this kind of things are there. Some things or some quotes or something, some statements, some lines, they impact or they are impactful in their own languages only. So you must learn it. Okay. So he has announced this. He had these two papers which I have told you, Kesari and Maratha. Okay, Kesari and Maratha. Kesari in Marathi, Maratha in English. Okay. Now this movement, the home rule movement, was declined when Annie Besant accepted the reforms. Okay, Annie Besant accepted the reforms, जो मोर्ले मिंटो reforms. Okay, she has accepted the reforms, and Lokmanya Tilak was in abroad for a legal suit, for some legal case was filed against him, and he had to go to London and he had to fight against it. Okay, so he was outside India, so this movement declined. Okay, this movement could not get the nationwide acceptance. Okay, could not get the nationwide acceptance. Okay, next. Rowlatt Act. This is again a one of the most infamous acts in Indian history. Okay, one of the most infamous acts in the Indian history, the Rowlatt Act. Okay. So this in 1919. In 1919, there was a committee. Okay, there was a committee which was headed by Justice Rowlatt. Okay, there was a committee which was headed by Justice Rowlatt. Okay, this committee gave some suggestions. Okay, the committee gave some suggestions to the British Indian government. Okay, British Indian government on March 18, 1919. Okay, on March 18, 1919. According to this Rowlatt Act, according to his policies, the restrictions of civil rights, okay, restrictions of civil rights were to be made permanent. Okay, restrictions of civil rights were to be made permanent. These civil rights or these restrictions were only applicable at the time of war. Okay, these restrictions were applicable only at the time of war. But according to this Rowlatt Act, these restrictions were to be made permanent. Say there is war or not. Okay, war ho ya na ho, but there will be restrictions of civil rights. Now, according to this system, there was a system of special courts. Okay. There was a system of special courts. So special courts to be set up, to be established. Okay. Then detention, without trial for 2 years. Okay, detention without trial for 2 years means even if you have engaged in some crime, if not, okay, if not, you are engaged in some crime or whatever it may be, whatever the crime in the according to British, okay, whatever the crime according to British, so the person can be detained for 2 years without any trial. Okay, he won't be allowed to defend himself. Okay, he won't be allowed to defend himself in the court. Okay, so this is detention without trial for 2 years. And greater police powers. Okay, greater police powers. Yes, Kala Kanun, correct. This was described by many people as Kala Kanun. Okay. So what the Rowlatt Act gave to British government was that it authorized Rowlatt Act authorized the British government to imprison any person without trial. Okay, to imprison any person without trial. किसी को भी उठा के जेल में डाल दो, ठीक है. अगर if the person who is engaged in some crime or not, okay, even he is not engaged in the crime, but still you can arrest him. The government could arrest him. Okay, government could arrest him and directly send it to the jail as correct, like emergency, but emergency was bit relaxed. Emergency थोड़ी सी relax होती है. Okay, उसमें at least in time of emergency some reasons were there. Some reasons used to be there to put anyone in jail. Okay, here nothing. यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं होता था, डायरेक्टली उठाओ जेल में डाल दो. Okay, so there were no trials, so one could not be proven as innocent. Okay, one could not be proven as innocent. हो ही नहीं सकता था. Okay, because everybody was a criminal in the records of the government. Okay, समझ में आया this Rowlatt Act. So this against this Rowlatt Act, there were the people mobilized. Okay, people mobilized all across India. Okay, and this was the first time. Okay, this was the first time when the countrywide agitation by Gandhiji this was the first countrywide agitation by the Gandhiji. Okay, by Gandhiji. So Gandhiji entered the national politics. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi entered in national politics by opposing this Rowlatt Act. Okay, by opposing the Rowlatt Act. Okay, till now Gandhiji was restricted to Gujarat. Okay, he was restricted to Gujarat, the Champaranya, then Kheda. Okay, so all these small revolts were there. Okay, छोटे-छोटे सत्याग्रह करते थे. खेड़ा सत्याग्रह, then Champaranya सत्याग्रह. Okay, but Rowlatt Act, to oppose Rowlatt Act, he first time entered in the national politics. He first time entered in the national issue. Okay, which was affecting all the nation, the entire India. Okay, and this Rowlatt Act, opposing this Rowlatt Act, laid the foundation of non-cooperation movement. Okay, non-cooperation movement. ठीक है, असहकार चळवळ जिला म्हणतात. The non-cooperation movement was founded later on, and this was the basis. Okay, opposing Rowlatt Act was the basis for the non-cooperation movement. Okay. After this, there was an incident. Okay, there was an incident which is called Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, Jallianwala Bagh हत्याकांड. Okay, Jallianwala Bagh हत्याकांड. On April 13, 1919. Okay, on April 13, 1919. So there were peaceful people. Okay, there were people peacefully. They were attending attending a prayer. Okay, they were attending this big crowd. Okay, so they came for a fair. Okay, they came for a fair. They did not know. They did not even know that there was the sabha. Okay, there was a gathering. They did not even know. Okay, they were unarmed and they were sitting in the Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, there was a ground. Okay, so that ground was completely covered from three sides. Okay, that ground was completely covered by tall buildings, tall walls. large walls from all the three sides, and there was only one way for entry and exit. Okay, only one way for entry and exit. When this gathering was going on, General Dyer took his troops to the Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, he took his troops to the Jallianwala Bagh and ordered to shoot. Okay, he ordered to shoot. Why? Nobody knows. Okay, he just ordered to shoot, and his troops shot the people, the unarmed people, and majority of the people they died. Okay, majority of the people died. So according to government records, some 400 or 600 people have died. Okay, but these are government records. Okay, these are government records. It is thought that more than 1,000 or 1,200 people have died. Okay. Now, if you visit Jallianwala Bagh, there is a memorial. Okay, there is a memorial. You can even see where the bullets have been pierced on the walls. Okay, those bullets are also preserved there. Okay. You can visit the memorials of Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, so he was General Dyer. Okay. This British officer, this army officer, is General Dyer. Okay. So against this, due to this his act, okay, due to his act of this massacre, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, he returned his knighthood, which was received by him, received from the British government. Okay, he returned his knighthood against to oppose this massacre. Okay, अवार्ड वापसी ये बोलते हैं ना, अवार्ड वापसी. अभी 2-3 साल पहले बहुत एक्टिव हो गए थे अवार्ड वापसी वाले, थोड़ा कुछ हो गया कि अवार्ड वापस. ठीक है, सो ये दिस वाज डन